Hello again, this is UML Operator. Okay, today we're going to transfer our local demo project to a Microsoft SQL database. If you haven't watched my video on setting up a Sparx SQL database, you may want to go back and watch that. I'll include a link above. This is a pretty simple exercise, but you have to be cautious about what you're doing. Otherwise, you could overwrite a SQL instance or another project instance. And Sparx gives you the warnings along the way. Okay, we're in the Start tab right now. We're going to go to the Settings tab, and we're going to go to the Model panel. We're going to go to Transfer, and under Move Data, Full Project Transfer via Connection. So I'm going to select this. I get a dialog box that pops up for project transfer. The transfer type that we're going to use is file. It's a local file to a database management system. All right. And then what you want to do is choose where the source project is that you want to move. So this is the project that we want to move, demo. It's in local. We select the triple dots. We go out and we find what we want to move, and it lets you know right here. Now let's choose our target database, our target project, and we're going to hit this drop down here, and we're going to choose native connection. You could go through the ODBC connection wizard like you do when you're connecting to other databases, but we're going to use native. In native, we're going to give this a meaningful name. It's not that important, but it's part of the logging process. We're just going to describe this as a UML demo SQL. Could put more in here like transfer. The DBMS, database management system we're going to is Microsoft SQL Server, and we're going to use OLEDB, which stands for Object Linking and Embedding Database. So we're going to use that as our transport, and we're just going to put in our server name, our database name, a user for access, and password. With our connection parameters in here, we're using port 1433, usually standard on especially local data instances. We're going to choose test because this is disabled. You can't hit OK. You got to test first. Thank you, Sparx, for that. Connection was successful, and we're going to go ahead and hit OK. So it builds your target string. Do not reset GUIDs. You want the same GUIDs. We want to carry those over, so do not check this box. Make sure it's unchecked. Log file. Yes, we love log files. It's going to go to where we want to go. So we can give it a name, demo, transfer, just something like that. All right. And as soon as I learn how to type, there we go. We're going to hit save. There's our log file. Gives you a caution here. This is what I was talking about. Please ensure you backed up anything because you're about ready to erase whatever's in the target. We're going to go ahead and hit transfer. All right, warning, you get the warning message again, and here we go. And it's transferring that data, and data transfer is complete. Go ahead and close. Okay, let's go over to our SQL instance now. I can go to SQL directly or go to cloud. Let's test cloud first. Make sure everything's working. Look at that. It brought up everything that we just transferred over and even remembered the default diagram we wanted loaded when modelers load this. Let's test SQL directly. Should get the exact same results because it's the same SQL instance. There we go. We now have the items that we wanted to bring over within our Sparx SQL instance. Now I want to go to my common workspace layout. So common is what I named it. And it's going to put browser in the upper right, and it's going to have toolbox over on the left. And so I'm in the same SQL instance. All right. So there's a couple things I want to test. I want to make sure, yep, all my reference data came over, including all my reports. They came over. There we go. We're looking good. I'm going to go to design. I'm going to go to glossary view, brought over my glossary, very happy. And I'm sure that it brought in my UML images because this one works, right? So this is an image element and my images came over. So everything came over perfectly. All right. So recap, we go to settings, go to transfer, Project transfer via connection. You can go file to file, DBMS, database management system, to file. In other words, I could import this back into a local project file to DBMS, just like what we did. Even DBMS to DBMS. So you'd put in your source and your target, all your credentials, and different log file up to you. And if you need help, you can always select help, and it brings up the help menu where Sparx walks you through it. Okay, I hope this video helped you. Please leave comments down below, good or bad. Ask your questions and I'll try to get back with you. Create your own SQL instance. Watch that video. Transfer. Don't worry about blowing things up if it's in a test instance. And I hope this gets you to where you want to go with using Sparx Enterprise Architect. Look forward to talking to you in the next one. Happy modeling.